What is going on, Thumb Thumbs? This is your Thumb Brother 2, coming at you with another team prep video for the LDL, the Lonely Draft League. We are currently sitting at... what is our record? Let's see, 1, 2... We are currently sitting at 3-5 right now. Our climb back to the playoffs is still underway after our recent victory over Matt last week in the Winnipeg Jellicent. And we are going to be taking on our good buddy Andrew and the Nottinghamshire Venusaurs, who are actually at the same record as us. So we are both fighting for that playoff spots. He's in one conference, I'm in another conference. So we are both got to be doing work on our own ends. But that doesn't mean that, you know, we are not going to go easy on him, because we want our playoff spot and we need to come through this week. Looking at his team, he has a very, very scary team, as I do go over it. The only issue, though, when it does come to Andrew and his battle style, that I've kind of known, because, you know, like I said, TLTPG, we're a group of buddies, but with tournaments like this, or just like draft league format like this, Drew usually just tends to have one set of them on, and that's it. And so... knowing that and just looking over his videos and doing the recaps, seeing his videos every single week, you know, his sets are usually the same. So as I go down, I'll let you know the sets that he usually does bring, and we'll go from there. But first off is his Mega Pokemon. He went and picked up Mega Beedrill this season. Very, very scary Mon. Very, very fast Mon. That's for sure. Poison Jab, Adaptability kind of just wrecks through everything. You also have things like Drill Run, Defog, U-Turn, Knockoff. So a lot of different things that could happen there. Next up is his Metagross. When it comes to his Mega Beedrill as well, he usually runs it... I'm not sure if he's Adamant or Jolly, but I know he always just runs it 252 attack, 252 speed. So we'll just have to be careful there. Know when to outspeed. Up next is his Metagross. Very scary Mon, actually. Metagross... being able to use Bullet Punch, Meteor Mash, Knockoff, Earthquake, Zen Headbutt, all that fun stuff. Elemental Punches as well. But for Drew, lately, he's been running it in Assault Vest set, just so it can really tank any hit that it wants to on the special side and just fire back. It's really a good wall breaker with that set, honestly. So if that's the set he does decide to bring, you know, we will be ready for it. Next up is his Hydreigon. I know he's switched in between... I believe Life Orb and Choice Scarf sets, so we have to be careful. But U-Turn, Dark Pulse, Draco Meteor, Dragon Pulse, what's it called? Earth Power, Fire Blast, different things can be worked there. Very scary Mon. If he Scarfs it, like I said, it could be problematic, but hopefully we should be able to handle a lot of things there. Next up is Suicune. His Suicune, 9 times out of 10, he brings like a Resto Chesto set with Calm Mind. Very, very scary, honestly. I mean, it's a good set for a reason. So this week, I decided to kind of like mess around with some sets and kind of have fun with it and try and risk it, as you guys will see. But Suicune, Scald, Ice Beam could be there as well. I think he does get Sleep Talk. Oh, no, he doesn't have Sleep Talk. Scald, Ice Beam, Rest, Calm Mind. I think that's pretty much what we'll be seeing with that fully physically defensive bold set. So if that's the case, and you start setting up Calm Minds, you guys will see I have some plans for that. Up next is Infernape. Infernape, we haven't seen a lot of from him this season, which is kind of unfortunate. Usually a lot of the times the Infernape, when it does come, it doesn't do a lot, which kind of sucks, because Infernape can be a really good Mon, and against our team, I really don't see him bringing it, but there's a good potential chance. Close Combat, Scarf, U-Turn, it could be a Rock Setter. Blaze is scary, I know that from dealing with Squid. It can be special and have Gunk Shot and all that stuff. Or is Gunk Shot physical? I think it's physical. Never mind! Up next is Venusaur. Funny story for you guys. Season 1 of LDL, he swept me. Drew swept me with his Venusaur because it kept going for Sleep Powders and landing them and just destroying my team that I had then. So I have a wonderful hate for Venusaur and Drew. And of course he picked it up. Do I see the Venusaur coming? Potentially. I potentially see the Venusaur coming, but he's been boasting on and on and on and on and on about his Venusaur coming and trying to wreck me, that I feel like he may not bring it, but you know, we're still going to plan for it just in case. From what I've heard on the street and from what I've seen, his Venusaur is not even bulky, it's more of an offensive set, so that could be potentially scary. Next up is Gigalith. He hasn't really brought Gigalith a lot, but all in all, really bulky mon, being able to get up Stealth Rocks, a Sandstorm for different stuff. It could even help out with that Metagross with the special defense boosts. So something to kind of look out for, but I feel like we'll have the necessary mons to take care of it. Not really worried about that. Ampharos is another mon I am worried about, as Ampharos, I believe he's been bringing it more especially defensive, if anything. It can Thunder Waves, it can static things if you try and hit it with physical moves, which is really scary, as we got to be careful with some of our mons there. Cotton Guard is another scary move, getting a +3 boost to defense. Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse, Power Gem, Hidden Powers, you know, just the standard stuff that you would see on Ampharos, but if not handled quickly, it could be very problematic. Next up is Crocodile. Crocodile, if it is brought, is usually his Scarfer over Hydreigon, so we do have to be careful about that. Scarf Moxie, I think. If that is the case, knock off Earthquake, Stone Edge. I don't know what his last move would be other than those three. But very scary. Hopefully we should be able to handle it fairly well. We do have a lot of mons to handle that thing if it is brought and is scarfed, because 9 times out of 10 with Drew it is. We have a lot of good answers for that, for sure. Next up is Chandelure, and Chandelure is kind of a problem. Drew had this thing last season, and I know he toxic to my Cresselia and just went for a Hex, which is a wonderful, like I will continuously say, that's the way to handle Cresselia right there, is just to status it, of course, to lower it, to weaken it, but then going for the Hex is such a powerful move, especially coming from the Chandelure. It does a lot of work. For Drew, though, I believe he's run it Scarfed. Yeah, no, not Scarfed, he's Sash. That's what I was thinking. He runs it Sash, just so it can eat any one hit. Very scary, I think, and depending on his ability that he brings, I'm not sure if he brings Flash Fire or Infiltrator. I think those are his two abilities, but we really got to be careful there, because if we're not careful and we set fire off a fire move, Chandelure could turn around and put in a lot of work against us, so something to look out for. And then finally he has Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl being usually a Scarfer. It's been a Z Crystal mon in the past with him. His main defogger, one of his rock setters as well. Pardon me. But all in all, just general set there, and I feel like we can easily handle it with the mons that we brought. But that's his team. Jumping into our team, you guys. We start off with Gus, our Mega Alakazam, who put in really. Let's see. Against Steven last week, did we do anything with Alakazam? I can't remember. I can't remember. I just live week to week. My apologies. But Alakazam is there to outspeed that Mega Beedrill. 220 attack, timid nature to definitely outspeed a Jolly Beedrill. Extra, just stats everywhere, just for odd HP. Have the Size Shock on there to hit that Mega Beedrill as hard as we can, as Beedrill does not have the best defenses. Shadow Ball is there, of course, for the Metagross, even though it won't be doing a whole lot. And the Chandelure. Energy Ball for the Suicune, for the Crocodile, if it switches, and for the Aerodactyl. Then Dazzling Gleam to round things off. It's been the same kind of moves that we brought every week, but it's for a reason. Then Dazzling Gleam, of course, for that Crocodile. For that Infernape, I want to say. Oh no, that's Psyshock there. And for the Hydreigon, that's where it is. Crocodile and Hydreigon, Dazzling Gleam will take care of. Psyshock is also there for that Venusaur. If he's not bulk invested, I think we have the potential to two-shot it. We just got to be careful with what he sends our way. Oh, pardon me. I can't stop yawning. But yeah, that's where I got Alakazam. Should be doing a lot of work. I see you doing a lot of work. But the nice thing about this is, with Psyshock as well, even if he does bring that especially defensive Ampharos set, Psyshock still gets a two-shot on him, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like a mid to low roll that we won't, but for the most part, it's like a 75% chance for us to two-shot it. So that's really nice. That's really, really nice. Moving on, you guys. This set's a little weird. This set coming up is a little weird. Like I said, I wanted to be different this week and try and pull out the stops just to guarantee a couple things with Drew's team, because I kind of know his sets. Next up, we have Entei. Our Choice Banded Entei is coming back after wrecking last week. It definitely does help. Sacred Fire, of course, for that Metagross. The Assault Vest really does stop a lot of our special attackers, and so having Entei come in and just Sacred Fire Just really just Okos it, what can I say? Metagross does not want to take it at all. Also handles the Mega Beatrill. Extreme Speed has a potential to knock out after Rocks, if not even get the knockout. So that's really cool. Sacred Fire also there for stuff like the Venusaur, for the Ampharos, which we can two-shot, the Crocodile to be burned. But like I said, we have to be careful with that Chandelure. Have to be careful with it. Stone Edge is going to be there for the Aerodactyl, for the Ampharos as well, just in case it swaps out. And just to hit the Hydreigon kind of hard and the Infernape. But the last move I threw on there is Rain Dance, and you're thinking, why Rain Dance? That's such a weird move, especially on a Banded Mon. It's just kind of coverage for what you guys will see I'm bringing in the back. He's going to be the last Mon that I show, just because it's a little bit of a wonky set. But Rain Dance is there for a really good reason. I'll go over that, like I said, later on. But that's our Entei. The main reason why Rain Dance is there is just because those three moves kind of do the work. And we really didn't need anything else. It's like, well, do I bring Toxic for, like, say, the Suicune or anything else? Or, you know, what do I do if Entei's on his last leg? And if that's the case, I feel like Rain Dance is going to be that move that will help us out. Up next, making his return is going to be Percy, our Vaporeon. Fully special defensive this week. Calm Nature, 252 HP, 252 special defense. Really handles all his special mons really well. The Suicune doesn't want to do anything. The Infernape, while it can be run physical, if it's special, it can't do anything to us. We even eat, at the very least, three Thunder Punches from an Iron Fisted, Adamant, Life Orb, or Banded Infernape, which is really nice. Handles the Ampharos a little bit better than what it would have if it would have been bold. Handles the Chandelure even with those energy balls, so it's really, really nice. Scald on there, of course, to get burns anywhere it can. Ice Beam to handle, of course, the Crocodile, the Aerodactyl, the Gigalith, and Scald does that as well, I guess. But we have Heal Bell just in case we're burned, we're toxic anywhere along the line, or even put to sleep by Drew's Venusaur, so that's going to be really, really nice. And a Roar just to get things out of the way, mainly for that Suicune wanting to try and set up on us. If that Suicune goes for Calm Mind, I'm sending in Percy, and I'm clicking Roar to get it the hell out of there. Plain and simple. Plain and simple, very standard set, very standard wall for us, which is really nice. Next up on our list, our next wall is going to be Fortress once again. I keep changing the nickname on Fortress just because I just like naming. I'm just trying to see how many net names I could have. So we have Cashew, the Fortress this week, which I might make shiny because I think isn't Shiny Fortress. Yeah, Shiny Fortress kind of looks like a chest. I mean, he's got the color like a cash. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Hopefully I'll remember that when I get the team going. Oop, you guys didn't see that. But Cashew is here, fully physically defensive once again. Very standard Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin. Gyro Ball is there to handle stuff like any fast Mon, the Mega Beedrill, the Crocodile, and the Aerodactyl. We do crazy amount of damage to them. For that Metagross hitting on the physical side of things, Earthquake is there. It's there for the Infernape as well, for the Ampharos, for the Gigalith, even for the Venusaur, honestly, which is really nice. Even the Chandelure, if we get the good switch in there. Stealth Rocks, of course, for general knockdown damage. Beedrill takes 25%. Infernape takes a little bit of damage. Ampharos takes damage. Aerodactyl takes 25%. Chandelure takes 25%, I think. It's super nice. Super nice. Really nice set. Like I said, I really wall that Metagross very nicely. Now that I think about it, as long as he doesn't bring Fire Punch at the last second, I don't know why he would. But we really handle that Metagross and put it in its place automatically, which is super, super nice. But yeah, that is our Cashew. We have our physical and special wall. We are actually bringing walls. We're not going hyper offensive this week. Wah. But it's going to be really nice. It's going to be a really nice set. Next up, to round off our physical attackers is going to be our Weavile Choice Scarf this week, actually. Choice Scarf to just guarantee to outspeed any Scarfer that he has on his team, especially that Hydreigon or that Crocodile, which is super nice. 252 speed, 252 attack, Adamant Nature. Why did I go Adamant Nature? There was a reason for this. I think it was just because for the extra damage, and anything underneath us couldn't outspeed us with the Scarf, and the only thing that could was the Mega Beedrill. yeah, that was our idea there. For Adamant, what we did, we kind of risked it with thinking that Aerodactyl wouldn't be scarfed, and we went Adamant Nature for the extra damage. Knock off Icicle Crash Ice Shard, which we have seen before. It does the work to a lot of his mons. You know, knock off for Metagross, for Suicune to sup its leftovers, Gigalith, Ampharos, Chandelure, Icicle Crash, even to the Mega Beedrill. But Icicle Crash handles the Mega Beedrill, the Hydreigon, the Venusaur, the Gigalith, the Crocodile, the Aerodactyl, Ice Shard for general priority, and then if we need to, for Choice Scarf, the Aerial Ace does guarantee the knockout on the Mega Beedrill, which is super nice. I couldn't really think of another move I would want to put on this. I was thinking Poison Jab, no. Brick Break, no. So it's just like, there wasn't really much to put on Scotty this week, so we went with, I decided to go and end up with Aerial Ace. So, it's going to put in work. It's going to put in work for sure. Up next, to round off the team, if you guys saw when I accidentally misclicked there, the reason why we have Rain Dance on our Entei is for our Joey Galaxy. Really a fun set this week, holding the Waterium Z for that Z Rain Dance. Z Rain Dance, of course, if you guys don't know, any Z move that's used with like any like Sunny Day, Hail, Rain Dance, Sandstorm and stuff, it gives you a +1 speed as well. So a +1 speed on Joey Galaxy definitely allows us to outspeed everything on his team, which is super nice, except of course a Scarfed Infernape and a Scarfed Aerodactyl, but other than that, everything else basically goes down. That Timid Speed 236 allows us to outspeed Mega Beedrill, I think? No, where was it? I can't remember where. I don't know why we had that speed. No, it was to actually outspeed his Hydreigon. That's what it was. It was to outspeed his Hydreigon before the Rain Dance. But because we were putting up the rain, it's like, let's go for that extra damage, that extra power, especially with that Suicune being such a potential threat. And let's throw on Thunder. That was my idea. I'm so excited to use this because Thunder, of course, does get 100% accuracy in the rain. It could be problematic with Suicune just because his Scalds will be powered up as well, but I feel like we'll be able to do something with this. Thunder, super powerful move. Stab Thunder from Joey Galaxy is going to be hitting so freaking hard. 30% chance to paralyze as well, rather than the 10%, which is going to be super nice. Focus Blast is going to be for that Crocodile, for that Hydreigon. Psychic, of course, is going to be for that Mega Beedrill, that Infernape, that Venusaur. So yeah, Joey Galaxy is absolutely powerful this week. And like I said, with that Entei, just in case, you know, Entei's about to go down, or I don't need Entei anymore, I can set up the rain for Joey Galaxy to come in, click Thunder, and do some work. So, there's that. But that's going to be our team this week, you guys. If you enjoy our team, or you have different ideas, definitely let me know down in the comments section. If you, enjoyed this video and you want to see more stuff like this, definitely subscribe and like the video down below. But I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are on our win game now. We are not going down without a fight. We are going to make it to playoffs. We just got to keep our heads on straight. So hopefully the battle should be coming later today or later on tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure yet. But there's that, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Sunbrother2, and I'll see you in the next one.